What's going on, my friends? Welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to talk about something that is absolutely near and dear to my heart. It's not just about fragrances, but it has something to do with fragrances. I'm talking about my love for dating my wife. That's right, I have a smoking hot wife that I've been married to for over 16 years, and she loves fragrances as well. She's got a nice collection of like over 40 fragrances, and we just love smelling good together in addition to going out together. And one of our favorite things to do is to pair fragrances. She wears something and I wear something that I feel like is a good match, and we go out. So today we're going to be talking about male and female fragrances that pair well together if you ever want to go on a date with your significant other. So stay tuned because this is going to be really awesome. I always end things like that. Now, before we get into the video, I will go ahead and admit that I don't know quite as much about the female side of the fragrances as I do the male. I wear the male all the time. I describe them all the time. You know, that's where my level of expertise lies. I had to do a little bit of studying for these female fragrances, but what I do know is how they smell when my wife wears them, and they are all fire. So let's start off with a good Nate Night fragrance from the house of Gautier. It is ultra male with its really huge package bottle. This is kind of a fragrance that I wear on a casual date night. If you haven't been with your girlfriend for very long, I would say this is something to wear when you're a little bit more serious with her. If you're going more casual, wear the old school Gautier La Mel. But this one is sweetened with some pear. It's a vanilla-based fragrance as well, with amber, cedar, cinnamon, some mint, lavender, and bergamot, okay? And yeah, I'm reading these because there's a lot of notes. But this is really, really good. It lasts a long time and projects well. Now, my wife likes to wear one to complement this. Same thing from Gautier. It is La Belle with its overly exaggerated bottle. And as you can tell, she really, really likes this one. It's a lot of the same sweet, fruity profiles as well, with pear, bergamot, some vetiver, vanilla, amber, and musk, along with a little bit of leather in here. So when you first spray it on, it actually smells a little bit like grape juice or sangria or a really sweet wine. And then it starts to dry down, and then that's when it really hits that vanilla. We bought this when we were celebrating our 15th anniversary in Nashville, Tennessee, and this one's a big hit. So these two go very, very well together. And guys, if you want to get your lady a gift, this is a good one to go with. Next up, let's talk about some fragrances that pair well for when you're trying to go on a date during the daytime. Maybe it's down to the beach, maybe it's shopping, whatever it is, these go well together. One scent I like to wear during the day is a really good, affordable freshie from the house of Mont Blanc. It is Mont Blanc Individuel. It's budget friendly. You can find it at Ross, TJ Maxx for around $25. The projection and performance is there, and it has a great scent profile. So it's got a top note of raspberry and about 45 other notes throughout the fragrance that I'm not going to get into. There's some woody notes, some floral, herbaceous, some green notes. Overall, this smells like you just pulled a fresh load of laundry out of the dryer. It smells like laundry detergent, and it is super good, and it just kind of leaves you feeling alive and vibrant. And a good counter to this, I say counter, a good mate for this is going to be Marc Jacobs Daisy Love and this stupid looking cap. He's got some other cool looking caps, but this one is just unnecessary to me. But it's a very sweet fragrance that's aromatic at the same time. It's got a top note of cloudberry, whatever the hell that is, but it's also got some daisy, some cashmere musk, and driftwood. And so it leaves a person smelling very, very bright and very alive, I guess. I know that sounds a little bit overboard, but it's really invigorating. And this was actually my wife's first fragrance purchase. And so it's already got a good place, kind of a sentimental place to us. But she really, really loves Marc Jacobs, and this is a good one to go for. So Mont Blanc Individuel, Marc Jacobs Daisy Love. Give them a try. So for our third pairing, we're gonna go with scents that fit well together for when you wanna go on a date during the cold months. It doesn't happen very often here, but every once in a while we will get lucky and we will have some cold weather move in that we can break these fragrances out properly. One of my favorite cold weather fragrances to wear is a lot of guys' favorite cold weather fragrance. It is Spicebomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf. It is a classy tobacco scent that's got some smooth spices and some vanilla in there that give it just this gentlemanly humidor type of vibe to it. 2 sprays will last you 12 hours, 3 sprays will last you about 16 years, and you will kill probably a square mile of people if you spray this on too much. But it is nice, it does work very well, and a good pairing to that, also from Viktor and Rolf for the ladies, is Bonbon. This is a pretty recent release and one of my wife's latest purchases. This is slightly gourmandish. This has got some caramel, some amber, and sandalwood, but it's very fruity on the top. It's got peach, mandarin orange, and regular orange, I guess. You're kind of hit, right up front with a fruity, slightly woody type vibe, but as it dries down, that's when you're really hit with that caramel, with that amber, a little bit of jasmine and everything, and it all around just has this really amazing scent profile. The longer you wear it, the better it gets. Bonbon from Viktor and Rolf, ladies. You guys should check this out. You ladies should check this out. But anyways, there you go. That's a good pair. Now for our fourth pair of fragrances, we're gonna talk about scents that can be worn on those dates when you just wanna go out and have fun and not take life too seriously. Maybe you're going out to just goof off. Maybe you're going out with a group of friends to laugh and just enjoy life. Everybody needs those not so serious dates from time to time. And so these fragrances really do reflect that. So for guys, this is a really fun fragrance for me to wear. It's mostly sported by older teens, college-age people, but it is Armani Code Profumo. This is a very loud fragrance right here. It's got notes like apple, cardamom, nutmeg, tonka bean, some leather, and very, very ambery. But when you combine all of those together, it smells a bit like vanilla Coke. And so it's definitely a head turner. It's definitely a compliment puller. It can be worn for just social occasions. It can be worn in the clubs, but don't overspray it because this thing does project and it does fill up the room. Now the female counterpart to this is from Britney Spears, as a matter of fact. I really like her line of fragrances. They're affordable, they smell really good, and this is Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. It's sweet and fruity. On the top notes, it's got things like plum, sour cherry, and raspberry, but as it dies off, you get some vanilla, amber, iris, and orchid. Now, the downside to this is that it doesn't last very long. We're talking about maybe 4.5 hours, but it lasts long enough to do the job. That's for sure. And the good thing, like I said, it's very, very cost effective. You're talking maybe $20, $25 for this if you find it at the right place. I think you can usually find this at Walmart, but it's easily found online. But these two fragrances, they go together. For our final pairing, we're talking about fragrances that are going to be worn on the special occasions, the dates where you're going to be telling that person I love you. I'm telling you, if you are not ready to tell your significant other I love you, I don't recommend these, okay? Because fragrances, they are powerful, okay? You can give off the wrong vibes with them, but we're not looking for fun scents. We're not looking for casual scents, anything like that. These are gonna be serious. For the guys, I recommend this often, and I'm going to continue recommending this. It's Empirio Armani Stronger With You. It is so intimate and warm and inviting. It's got, the main notes are vanilla and chestnut, along with some subtle woody notes in there. But the performance is absolutely amazing on this one. I get 8+ hours on my skin, and it is super romantic. Your lady, guys, I'm telling you, or gals, you will not be forgotten when you wear this. It is going to make an impression. But for you ladies that are looking for the counterpart, it is from my favorite designer house, Dior. It is Hypnotic Poison. There it is. And this fragrance gives me chills every time I smell this. I love when my wife wears this. It's got some fruitier notes on top with some things like plum, apricot, and coconut. But once it starts drying off, it's been on your skin for about 30 minutes, it starts to smell a little gourmandy and slightly edible with some things like Brazilian rosewood, tuberose, some rose, and then vanilla, almond. It's the almond that really does it for me, and sandalwood and musk. This is super romantic as well. I think these pair perfectly together. So ladies, I could not recommend this more. Hypnotic Poison. Guys, Empirio Armani, stronger with you. So there you go, guys. What was the point of this video? Well, it's to show you that I love my wife. But dating can be so much more fun. There are so many videos out there that talk about dating fragrances, but when you bring in fragrances that pair with others, it just adds a new level of excitement, I think, to a relationship. So I encourage everybody to try this. So thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure you like and subscribe, and be sure you check the description because I'm leaving these fragrances down there along with links to where you can purchase them at really good prices. I love you all. Hope to see you next time.